Hey boo, hey, how you be? Come on in and talk with me. Bring a friend or bring three. Like the video, for you it's free. Drop a crown and where you from. The queen is here. Let's start the show. Where we gonna end? Nobody know. Now here we go. Here we go. Let's start the show. Ow. Welcome, confessors. Come on in. Press that thumbs up, drop a crown, and speak if you're not a hater or a lurker. We are nothing but good vibes and good times up in here. We accept all opinions and points of views respectfully. Let's get it cracking. What's up, confessors? Yeah. Confessors, what's going on? We are here Wednesday night with another episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville and some news recap of what's going on in real time because that's more interesting than the show. Now, you know how that goes. So let me bring up my lovely co-host, Miss Dina, aka Ristita. Hey boo, hey.
I'm here. Hey.
What's going on?
It's going, girl. It's Wednesday.
It's going. Maud will not be joining us tonight. As you see, she is in the chat. Hey, Maud. At work. Get that coin, boo. Get that coin. We ain't mad at you. Get that coin. Okay, that's most important. That's most importantly on coin. Okay. Okay, so so let's just get this out of the way. Hey, Monique. Hey, boo. Hey.
Monique said she was gonna come down here and get her hair done, and then we could go kick it, but she ain't hit me up.
Monique, you making false promises and shit? That's what you doing, Monique? Come on, I know you better than that. You better than that, girl. Don't play. Okay, well, let's just get it out of the way. We have finally had a send-off of Lady Kiki to rest. We had a little bit of hiccup in the family earlier this week. It was bad. It was really bad. Uncle went live and had a couple of things to say. He wanted to call out Miss Waters, Tisha, and Marceau. Whatever is going on in the family, that ain't our business, but it came to the public that way. So that's what had happened was Miss Wanda posted a beautiful little tribute afterwards with a picture of the family. Family was all smiles together and everything. Then we heard word that some people were upset that they showed up. So I don't understand why I don't know. That's a family situation that I don't really want to press too much upon because that ain't my business to press upon, especially when I don't know shit about what's really going on.
Yeah,
we all know Wanda didn't write that. We know Wanda don't talk like that. But
I will say
someone there that knew how and came across, because had she made it sound any other way, it would have took away from the message and people would have just been dogging her for the way that she talked. So I'm glad she did do that.
Well, I will say this, I don't speak on these certain type of situations to individual person, but I will say my kids know who I rock with and who I don't rock with, and there will be security at my funeral. That's all I'm gonna say.
I mean, that is a thing, especially among Black family. Like, if y'all wasn't fucking with me when I was alive, don't fuck with me while I'm dead.
Don't come in here fake crying. Because I ain't gonna lie to you, my shit gonna be lit. We have a Patron, we have chicken wings, we don't have Rotel dip. Don't be coming up in here trying to drink my liquor and eat my food because you wasn't trying to come to my house when I was alive and fuck with me. So don't be coming to the church or the funeral home or wherever it is. No, ma'am.
Right.
You are not on the list. You are not on the VIP list, and you will not be coming in.
No entrance granted, huh?
Denied.
denied.
And
But
I am so
it was,
serious.
but it was said that that they were working on a good place, coming together, mending fences or whatnot. I hope that's true. I don't know if maybe the whole family didn't get word of mouth about the situation and people are still upset thinking that things were old. We don't really know. But that's what had happened was,
But I will say this. Anytime someone passes in the family unexpectedly, there's a lot of questions in the air, wills, family heirlooms, insurance money, what really happened. And sometimes, if it wasn't like a public person, you wouldn't even know like where the services would be held, or because you're in like a grieving stage, you really don't have a whole lot of time to call everybody. You just hope the people you do call somebody else, who call somebody else, who call somebody else, or they read about it in the obituary section of the newspaper. Now social media, even if they're not like a public figure, Facebook.
Well, then again, everybody, not everybody, a lot of people love to go to social media. Right. I got one in my family. She go to social media every time something happened in the family.
But I think it's for these purposes, not for every little thing, but for these purposes, I feel like going to social media so everyone is included, because again, when you're in a grieving stage, I always say, like, when something like, oh, I'm super stressed out, super busy at work, charge it to my brain, not my heart. And so I can say that, you might forget to call so-and-so or so-and-so. And I personally would have just made a post on social media, like, whatever information you feel like giving about on the circumstance.
Yeah, but then you got people, that's what happened. Now you got someone upset that you made a post, or you got people upset of who you gave permission to make a post.
I understand, but I don't really give a fuck about that. Either everybody in the family gonna know or nobody gonna know, because I can guarantee you, if something happens to my immediate family member, I'm not gonna remember to call everybody in my phone. I'm not gonna remember. You have to take into consideration, the person who is planning these services is grieving. The persons that are assisting them, whether it's getting the the obituary, or I forget what they call it, the program, all that stuff together, trying to remember who's the mama, daughter, son, how many kids they had, putting everybody in order by order of age, survived by, trying to find the perfect Bible verse and picture, and you're grieving.
Yeah, all at the same time.
And so, it's a lot of stress on top of grief. So that's all I'm saying.
Michael, no matter what Tisha did, these people would have had a problem with her. I mean, the fans. We don't know what or how their relationship was after Kiki left the show. We really don't. And that's the thing. Like, we're hearing that they were, getting to a good place. And, I would hope that is true. I mean, family always comes back together at some point. And I think Kiki needed to leave the show in order for that, because they weren't in a good place before she got on the show. So there was no way in hell that they were going to be in a better place when she got on the show. You know what I'm saying? And so she had to leave, and you had to start healing after that. They have a family representative not wanting to speak on behalf of the family, and certainly not Uncle. I mean, I feel her husband should have.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, definitely in this situation, we don't know where the relationship was, and I hope that it was in a good place. But unfortunately, things, they always say you need to bring your family to laugh before God brings your family together to cry.
That's true. I mean, hey, I mean, now that she's laid to rest, just let her rest. Whatever the family got going on, they all need to work it out with their grown asses, and hopefully that they will. And I don't want to see that played out on the show. That would be messy, ugly, and tacky. And I just hope not. And I hope they stay off social media with that shit, because that was tacky, period. I don't know why he made it 100, 1,000, a million times worse. That was so stupid.
So
Like,
I didn't see the live. What are the cliff notes on what the uncle said or did?
He called out Miss Wanda, Tisha, and Marceau, saying basically the show was the reason for this and for what she did and all of this stuff. And everyone has their own speculations of what may have happened and all of that stuff. And when Uncle had came on and did this live or whatever, he made it and insinuated that possibly Kiki's death was something other than accidental. Put it like that. Okay. And so he said you drove her to this in some sort of speed. And then everything was, and then that was done and everything. And that was before the funeral and all of that. But then just last night, Funky Dineva did his live last night, and I didn't catch it until later after the buzz had came out that Funky Dineva has said how the bloggers love to have their little phrases of whatever. So they were saying shit along the lines that Funky Dineva dragged Kiki dog he says was so rude or whatever, talking about Kiki. And so of course I had to watch the live later, and I listened to what he was saying. So he was first speaking upon another situation. I can't remember who it was. But then he was compared it to Kiki a little bit. And what he said was, it's hard to put yourself out here in public, and it drives you to do some things. And then he was like, look at Kiki, for example. And he used her as an example. And and then he was like, not from what I've heard, but from what I know. And then it was just like, then he said something like, oh, but I've gone through that or something. It was real. I don't want to twist his words, but the internet was buzzing about that too, because he has said that.
And that's why I don't be speaking on the actual person. I will speak on the family situations because I've been through that numerous times of, chaos and grief. But that's why I don't speak on the actual person for those sole purposes right there. Because I don't want any of my words getting misconstrued. I don't want anybody saying I was dragging or speaking ill of the dead. I mean, Kiki was a beautiful woman.
You know how Funky talk. He just be talking, chilling. He be having. He be chilling in the living room with his people when he be online. So when he said it, he was just comfortable, chilling, talking. And they just
but they will take that little bitty comment and blow it up this big, and now all of a sudden it's mad craziness. So that's why I just, like I said, I speak on family situations because I have experience in that, in the grieving process and the funeral planning process. But I mean, I'm sorry that she's passed away before her time because she was so young.
Yes, she was. So rest in peace, Kiki. And thoughts and prayers to your family, especially your little ones who now have to grow up without a mother. And that's very unfortunate. Monique says, I was in Funky's live last night. The chat was begging him to stop so distasteful and evil. And yes, it was crazy. The chat was off the hook, just going in. And they was just telling him to stop because, you know, he didn't mean, he wasn't like dragging her or whatever. He made a bad comparison and it was just bad. God, Monique, who was he talking about? Who was it that he was talking about where he compared Monique? Who was it? Because I think that's what made it so bad. Who he was talking about and then compared Kiki. So I think that's what was really like, because that was like, oh, you can't do that, compare that, because that's like putting, you know, a story to Kiki's situation. But yeah, I'm eager to know when he went live tonight what he said. Monique, were you in his live tonight? Because I know he spoke. I know he had to have spoke on that people got at him about that, because it was a whole bunch. She said, I need Funky to go check with his primary doctor about. Ma, you still going on and on about this. My goodness. I am so done with you. Okay, let's get into the episode and real quick and talk about a couple of things. So the whole thing started off really. Chris ended up showing was that Kid Mark? I think that was Dita's dog, for those who don't know. Dang, Monique, that's important. You know I count on you for this. I be too high to remember. I'm too low to remember. I cannot remember. I need shit. Because obviously it was someone else on the show, on TV. I don't know. Who was he talking? Because he was just going through hot topics, just scrolling through neighborhood talk and stuff. So he talked about a lot of people. I cannot remember who he. Shit, man, I wish I knew, because I think that's what made the situation like real crazy.
Okay. Yes.
No, you didn't, Monique. Shut up. Shut the F up. Shut the front door. I'm so through with you. That says Funky Run knows he. I can't with you. You know what, Monique? You ain't know. You know, I don't know. Find out for me, Monique, please. Okay.
Somebody go back to the timestamps.
Yes, please. I do it if my mouse was working. My mouse is not working. It won't connect back to my laptop. So I gotta have my nephew come over and fix it, because I pull it up right now if I could. Damn it. But anywho, he was just, yeah, I could do it on my phone, but I'm too low. I can't. Let's just get into the episode. So yeah, so Chris and Nell, I started off with Chris and Nell, and they were talking at Chris's office, and she brought up the fact that, you know, she is tired of spending money on the kids. They need to start keeping their own money. And Chris brought up the fact that he would show Sonny and Moses a house, but he wanted to check with Destiny first.
No, he didn't.
No, at first, but at that first scene, that's what he was saying. That's at the first scene. That's what he was saying, that he wouldn't do that without checking with Destiny first. But then the very next scene, you see him.
No, that's not what he said, because I watched it twice. He said, if somebody wants to sell me, if somebody wants me to sell them a house, why would I check with Destiny? That's what he said.
Yeah, that's what he said, but that was in the second scene, but he wasn't saying that in the office with Nell.
That's when he said it. When he had that blue suit on, he was like, why I need to check with Destiny? If somebody want, like,
I could have swore at first he was cool with
girl,
it.
don't make me pull the audio.
Man, no, we ain't got time for that. We'll get to it. remember to come back with that next week when my mouse is working. I got time to fuck around.
Oh,
but damn. But the point is, do y'all feel do y'all I felt that he could at least have I hope he at least told her at some point, like, hey, I showed them my house, just so you know, like a heads up. You know, you ain't gotta ask for permission first, but a heads up after, so she don't find out and blindsided that these two is living in Huntsville and she's shopping at the store getting some tampons, and here he is coming in getting some fucking Tylenol for her headache or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Just a heads up. But he did in fact show the house, and Martell was with him. Martell even has said something though. Did he not? Dina, what you doing?
Hold on.
He fact checking it. Dina ain't gonna let it go. She gonna look it up. But anyways, so during that time that they showed the house afterward, they were all in the back or the front, whatever, outside talking. And
hold on.
I'm not saying you got to check with Destiny. I'm just saying, I guess with everything you've been through with her.
Yeah. I have not actually spoken with her about that.
Okay, well, anyway, that's not what I came here to discuss with you.
Well, I missed the. Hold on, I'm gonna go back to the point where he said, if somebody wanted to sell, it wants me to sell my house, why do I gotta check with Destiny? But go ahead.
But so while you're getting that, Sonny and Moses was talking to Martell and Chris outside, and you know, when the situation is not directly about Destiny, I can kind of enjoy Sonny and Moses when I forget about the fact of how they got together.
I'm trying to figure out why the fuck she's dressing like Sexy Red.
Okay. Let's talk about that.
Okay, hold on.
Because what was she wearing?
Beautiful
woman. She got the body.
Moses heard that I was a real estate broker, and he was like, man, you know, Sonny and I are into flipping houses in St. Louis and other places. And, you know, we was actually thinking about maybe even, I don't know if he said moving to Alabama.
That's going to be interesting if they move here.
I'm just saying. So, you know, that's kind of what I was doing. I was looking at some listings now.
You agreed to do that?
Real estate broker, he asked me, what am I supposed to say? Well, no, I'm not going to say that you know house.
And you don't think there's going to be maybe a conflict of interest with Destiny?
Someone asked me to sell them a house. I don't have to check with Destiny before I do.
Oh, I thought he said I would like not to.
Mm-hmm. See, girl, you know I am the receipt queen for a reason.
That's what you are, boo. That's why I love you. But do y'all think, even if, besides the fact of the point that he did do it, why do they gotta come live in Huntsville out of all places, though? Yeah, you can live wherever you want. And yeah, I know you know about Huntsville because you've worked in Huntsville. But why must you?
Because they couldn't be on Lovage Merritt's Huntsville if they lived in St. Louis. So all of this, oh well, you know, St. Louis is not the safest place to raise kids. Let me tell you something. All major metro cities or whatever, will have places where people can live out in the burbs.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know why they sitting up there acting like ain't nobody. If y'all making a little change and whatnot, I don't know why y'all feel the need to make it seem like y'all have to move from St. Louis?
You frozen. Well, why is she coming back? It was so funny though when they was in the kitchen and she was peeping out the kitchen and she just had to say, "Cause I be cooking for my man." I'm like, Sunny girl. First of all, what you be cooking, Mitch? What you be cooking? I want to know. What kind of, I need to see what type of plate you can make. I need you to place it. I need to see what you working with in the kitchen for you to be so proud of you cooking for your man. But I hope he is. Because I guess Destiny wasn't. Maybe that was the problem. You know, like she said, he wanted to be her boo. She wanted to be her girlfriend. Hey, I ain't even gonna go there. So while we waiting for Dina to be able to come back, I just still don't understand why you have to move to Huntsville out of all places. And then I need to know, how far is that house from Destiny's? Where do Destiny stay? How many minutes do it take? Like, is there enough places around to where y'all ain't gonna run into each other at a stove? Huntsville is very small, they keep saying. I ain't never been there, so I don't know. But wouldn't you imagine that you gonna run into this girl at a stove, at a laundromat, at an event, and then y'all in the same circle now? It's just real funny style to me. Why you would do that after you don't already got with this woman's what do I want to call it? She say they was together, so I guess you got with this woman's man, and now you want to prance around in the same city as her with him and y'all babies. You're trying to have babies. Congratulations, and I hope that works out for you. So no hate on that. A life is a blessing, no matter what. But I just wonder, how does that go? And could you just imagine Destiny with her big D energy and all her glory? I don't even think she would be able to contain herself if she saw somebody, if she saw them at the store. Abort mission. Abort mission. Abort mission. Abort mission. Leave. Like, I don't even, you know what? I don't need these cornflakes. I don't need this flour today. You know what? That ice cream that I wanted with this cake, I don't even need that ice cream. Like, you just, I just can't. No, I would move. Maybe it's time for me to move. God said go. See what I did there? Is Dina coming back? There she go. I was like, is Dina coming back? I'm just rambling and chilling. Well, I don't see her face, so I'm gonna wait for she to come back. I don't know if she's still getting herself situated. I'm gonna let her do what to do. But she in the back, she's singing in the background. Oh, Bernard just texted me, y'all. Y'all know who Bernard is. I'm gonna tell him. Hold on, let me just text him back real quick. Hold on, y'all. I'm telling, he just said how I'm doing. I told him I'm good. I'm live right now and just told everybody you text me. He gonna be like, what? Anyway, so what's going on? Okay, next what had happened was Yeah, so she just finished session 2 of IVF. How many treatments of IVF do you have to go through, or does it matter? I don't know nothing about that. But she's just had finished session 2 of IVF. I don't know what that means. How many sessions you got to have? If there's a number of sessions you do have, do it matter on the person? Do it matter on the number of kids you want to have? I don't know. But yeah, that is what it is. But also in the conversation that she was having with Martell and Chris, she did mention the fact that she said she did understand Destiny how she felt like her emotions, but basically she just don't care, kind of. Oh, Dita said she's here. Okay. But yeah, she just don't really care, kind of.
My computer died on me, y'all.
Oh no. That's okay. We about to wrap this up in about 10 more minutes anyway. Okay. So let's really just get to what I really want to talk to. Let's really just get to it. Martell. Mar freaking Tell. So he meets up with Stormy at her warehouse, and she's in the midst of packing up, moving to a bigger warehouse, somewhere totally different from this tainted warehouse that she has been at because of Black Titanic showing up and causing all of this shit for her. And so she's packing up and he's talking, and he finally admits, but I still don't feel like he's telling the whole truth. But he finally admits that he slid in her DM. Basically, he was interested enough to slide in her DM and for her to come over a couple of times. I'm like, really? Why did it take all of this for you to say that? Why? And did you check with her before you just bust her out? Because you got to realize now she gonna have to answer the shit. She gonna have to answer to Ken. She gonna have to answer to everybody who gonna have something to say. You know what I'm saying, Dina? You there?
Yeah, I'm here. That makes no sense to me. Like, you should have just said y'all went on a couple of dates or whatever. You smiling all in this man's face, and you didn't have this girl over to the house and stuff. And even if it was before Ken or during your divorce, or was you sliding into her DMs when you was married, like, what the fuck?
I think that's what the problem is, maybe, possibly, that was he messing around with her at any point ever when he was married to Mel?
Well, here's the thing. Now, they got divorced in 2021, right?
Mm-hmm.
But she made it seem like she saw him in the Target with right after Zaria. Zaria is like 12 years old. So, like, I don't know. We didn't even have Instagram 12 years ago. So, I don't know.
I don't know either. It still don't sound right. But now that he don't put out this information, I hope he gives Trisha a call and give her a heads up, because now she gonna look stupid, still going back to Ken, saying whatever, and anybody else and whatever, and it's slowly about to get around of what the real deal is, knowing how small Huntsville. I need to go to Huntsville. I need to go to the Black Cigar Lounge and
get all the gossip.
Yeah, I just need to have you drink, kick it, and see how small Huntsville really is. Because I really need to know, like, what's going on. I need to absorb this shit and see what's going on. I've absorbed this shit too much on the show. I need to be there in real life. I need to see what's going on. But anyways, so yeah, he just created even more mess. Martell is being so messy this season with this situation. Like, y'all give this man a storyline of his own finally, and then it's messy like this. Like, he don't look good in this light either. You know, that's what I'm saying. Like, Martell don't look good in this light either.
Not at all.
And then, I feel like we're seeing Martell more than we're seeing Mel. And it's a lot of talk about that. They're pushing Mel out because she's not in a lot of scenes. In the scenes that she does have, you see her with her own girls, her own homegirls. We don't see her much with anyone on the cast really, and it's a very short scene if it is. But I don't think we have not seen a lot of Mel this season really, and I wonder. I mean, is they trying to push Mel out? Do Mel want to be out? I believe they're saying that some are saying that Mel is done with Love and Marriage Huntsville. That's why she doesn't mind the millimeters are trying to drag it into the ground by trying to do a blackout and all of this other stuff. So I mean, I don't know. Maybe she is gonna leave, and maybe that's the thing. She's slowly but surely pulling out. Maybe she don't want to do the scenes. I don't know. But
that could definitely well be. If I didn't already got off the ship, I don't care if it sinks or not.
Right. I ain't gonna lie. I'm in my villain era. I wouldn't care either. Honestly. I have to say that for anybody or any situation, for anything. I'm done with it. I don't give a fuck. It pushed me out. I don't care. I'm done with it. What do I care? Ain't writing my checks no more. Ain't putting no money in my bank account no more.
Right.
Why do I care?
Already getting money off the millimeters and all her other adventures. So why bother? Why care?
Hey, there you go. So with that being said, shoot, fuck them, girl. Fuck them. I don't care. I be done and over with it. But yeah, Martell's messy, and I feel. Oh no! He said, "Oops, my bad. It's not your fault." Bernard didn't. I ain't gonna tell y'all what I just texted him right there, though. Anyway. I mean, let me shut up because he might be watching. I forgot he is following me. Subscribe to this channel. But yeah, okay. So what else had happened that we really wanted to touch on? Because I think I really cared about. Oh, this was crazy. This was wild. When Martell and Stormy were talking, and she talked about her. She brung up his mugshot because she had a mugshot. Martell brung up the millimeters this episode. He had something to say to the millimeters. I was like, whoa, you really say, whoa. I have not been around to see what they said about that. I don't care because it's just messy, I'm sure. But it was just crazy that he finally has spoken up and said something about them. Stormy is spoken up and said something about them. Like the millimeters have made it to the show. Like them motherfuckers are strong. I mean, regardless of if I hate them or love them, the millimeters is fucking strong. They don't make it to the goddamn show. But another interesting thing that happened during that scene when they were talking, when he talked about why, harassment communications and all of that, he mentioned the fact that right after a few days later, they were at one of the kids' spelling bee, and they was like 3 feet away from each other. After all of this happened, that is crazy to me. And because it goes to show, making the point of you can be in a room 3 feet away from me, but you won't come to an event on camera and not even be in the same room whether I be on one side of the room and you be on the other. We was just 3 feet away from each other. What's the big deal?
Right.
And with that,
And
I
one is for
have to
free
ask
and
that question too.
one is for free and one is for a check.
And that's how that makes that look. I don't know if that was Martell's goal or if that is the case, but either way, that is what it looks like. Or not only that, or to say that I'll be there, I can be close to you privately, but not in public because it's not a good look for my millimeters to see that. You know what I'm saying? Also, because I wonder, did the millimeters know that she was 3 feet away from him a few days after this happened? I wonder if they were as surprised as 9 millimeters were to hear that, is what I'm just trying to figure out. Because I did not know that. I was not privy to that myself. So that puts a lot into perspective for me. So yeah. So another thing that did happen was Sonny and Moses went out on a double date with Maurice and Kimmy. First of all, Kimmy's earrings. Baby, you slay in them earrings. Them earrings were everything in life. Everything. But I just need you to get them earring grips so they don't weigh your earlobe down. I hate that look when we wear big earrings and it weighs our earlobes down. Get them earring grips. But them earrings was everything in life, and I love them. They were the shit. Okay, so they had a double date with Sonny and Moses, and I will have to say, I knew it was probably gonna come a time that I was gonna have to say this, but I ain't gonna give too much. But I will say I do understand Moses a little bit more after he told his life story. Okay, God damn it.
There's 8 million
I
women
still don't like
dropping it
what
down
you
low
did,
with it.
but I understand a little bit more. And how do you feel about that? What did you get out of that when he told his story?
I mean, I'm not discrediting his story or nothing like that, but he is a handsome man. It's 50 million women out there that would have that Destiny don't know he could have dated and married.
True. True.
There's 48 million black people in the United States, and you know there's a man shortage. So there's probably 20, 30 million women, and whatever he could have dated or married and did whatever with.
Yes, I feel that. Mm-hmm. But if I were to play devil's advocate or whatever be the opposite of that, listen to a story, I would say that at the end, if I were to take his side or take her side at the same time, the best I could come up with was Destiny was a casualty in his complicated life. Because even though I may feel where he was coming from or how he ended up, how on his side of it all, still, how you did Destiny does not rebuke none of that. Period. None whatsoever. So I want to say I understand you more, yes, but it does not take away from how the fact that you did Destiny. Period. And that's how I feel about that. So the last biggest thing that happened before we leave, the Fletchers had a family dinner. And I want to be sensitive to this because, first of all, let me find my freaking thing. Damn it. Oh, I need my mouse back like now. I just want to put these up. If you or someone you know is suffering or going through anything, there is someone on the side that can help. Suicide, bullying, self-harm, SA, Teen Lifeline, grief support, depression, drugs, alcohol, eating disorder, mental health, and abuse. Okay. Now, the Fletchers got together and they had family dinner. They had family meeting basically. Nell is tired and she wants to close the bank. She wants to close all accounts and she only wants to have anything available for the grandkids. And I understand that, that's definitely a Black family thing. Once the kids have kids, we will help you take care of the kids, but you on your own for yourself, JoJo. And that is in a lot of Black households, for real. But all of the kids were there, and she said what she said. Now, when she mentioned that she wants to take care of only the grandkids, she mentioned just her kids' grandkids. And she didn't mention, what is her name?
Kiki.
Kiki, yep, there it goes. She didn't mention Kiki's kids. And Kiki just had basically a nervous breakdown, just fell into herself, and they had to console her. And Nell did not mean it the way she said it, but she saw in reality, basically that is the reality of it. She was like, y'all not my parents, y'all not my siblings. And I felt for her. I think I cried at that moment. That was some heart-wrenching stuff.
Yes.
And in that moment, they started to talk about counseling. And we all know that is, quite a staple in the Black community. Counseling, family counseling, solo counseling, any type of counseling, therapy, and all of that. So, basically, Lil Fletcher, like I call him Lil Fletcher, he, bless his heart, just got himself a job. Looks like he's on the up and up. So congratulations to him. He mentioned that he felt that, family therapy would be a good thing, and himself solo wants to go to therapy. And then he mentioned the fact that, maybe Nell herself and the other brother mentioned, maybe you should go to therapy. And Nell dismissed it. Nell said she just needs y'all my bank account. Basically, I just need to get out of debt and I'll be okay. So then I have to ask you, do you feel that she dismissed it, or do you feel where she's coming from?
No, I feel like she's dismissed it. Ain't nothing wrong with me. I ain't got no reason to go. It's the whole money situation that's taking a toll on me. But here's the thing. She could go as a family unit. She could go on her own. A lot of people don't realize that, going to therapy is preventative maintenance. It does help you, cope with different situations. And even if she went to therapy by herself, she could maybe understand better on, how to talk to her kids or how to express herself better. I mean, going to therapy can help you in a plethora of ways, not
Absolutely.
just, I need to go to therapy to discuss trauma. A lot of people who are healthy in their everyday life go to therapy to make sure that should a situation arise, they have
I'm
the
about
skills.
to find me a therapist. I don't think shit wrong with me. I think I'm all rainbows and glitter. But I want to.
But it'll just give you the skills to cope with situations, the skills and tools to cope with situations that may happen in the future.
Right. So at the end of that, I hope she decides different. I really, really hope she does. I hope that she at least saw this episode and it reflected her of what she should do, because You can't pour from an empty cup. And I feel if your children are willing to do the work, you definitely need to be able to do the work because your children are an extension of you. And when they're whole or they feel like they've, healed their wounds, whatever, they're gonna come back home to the nest, to a damaged nest. You can't do that. That defeats the purpose. And it can possibly mess them up even more. So I really hope that she does go to cell therapy. If anything, I hope that she did go to the family therapy, but I hope she did the soul therapy too, because I know that's got to be therapeutic. I myself am really about to, I think, look for a therapist. Or whatever. I just want to talk to someone just to see. You never know. Maybe unlock some shit from my past I don't remember. You remember I never did that TikTok shadow workbook. I don't even know if I can find it if it's in my book area, but I really wanted to do that. And you never know the things you have locked away as a child because it's locked away. It's in your subconscious. You don't know. And so you find out about yourself when you go to counseling. You unlock some shit and you find out why you are the way you are. It just makes more sense. So I definitely want to do that and plan to do that. But that is all that happened interesting this episode. But I do want to ask one question. Dina, how do you like your lasagna? Because Nell was making her lasagna and she said she don't like a lot of meat because she needs to taste everything. So I need to know how you like your lasagna. Is that even a thing? I didn't even know that was a thing. I thought lasagna was lasagna to me. Where did she go? Where is she? How long have I even been talking to myself?
I got a phone call and it knocked my audio out.
Oh, okay. How do you like your lasagna? I like a lot of cheese on mine. That's all I know.
Yeah. I really don't care.
Do you eat lasagna?
I do, but it's not I gotta really want it. It's not something that I just wake up and be like, oh, I want some lasagna. I gotta really want it.
Oh, I mean, I gotta really want it too, but there be days I be like, oh, I want some lasagna. And I actually do want some lasagna now. But anyways, that is basically it for this episode. But next week, y'all, we finally meet Mr. Mister, period. We meet Trisha's husband. I saw him and I said, this is Mr. This is Mr. This right here. This right here. This shit right here. This is Mr. I expected a whole different. He looks like, I want to say a little boy, but he looks very, very young. Younger than I thought. He looks younger than I thought. He looks more like I don't want to disrespect a black man, and I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to shut up right there and just wait and watch this. And if I feel the need that I can't say what I say because I don't like the way he come at her this next episode, then I'll express my thoughts sincerely the way I feel. But we're going to see how this next episode go. We're going to see what Mr. got to say. I don't even know what his name is, remember, but he Mr. now. He is definitely now Mr.
I think his name is Marquez or something like that. It's close to Marquez because at first I thought they were saying Marquez, but it's I think it's Marquez. Something like that.
It's Mr. AKA Martez. I'm about to be calling this man Mr. I'm sorry. They already did it to me. Mr. We meeting Mr. next week, y'all. So we'll have some fun with that next week when we come back. Yes, I enjoy doing it on Wednesdays a lot better than Sundays. So Wednesdays is officially the new night. We will be doing Love and Marriage Huntsville and the Huntsville Chronicles. Okay, because I just like Wednesdays better, and apparently y'all like it better because there's like a couple more people in the chat than usual. Maybe that just works better. I understand. I like that in you. I appreciate. But everybody in the chat, everybody who is watching but ain't in the chat, please make sure, even if you didn't speak, please like this video on your way out. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Love y'all. Love y'all. And make sure y'all is following Dina on her page as well. Hashtag the receipt queen. She needs to get them numbers up, because she had to start from the bottom because of some BS that she got her channel taken away. So my girl's trying to get her channel back going. So please go over there and give her a follow too. Over there, she is doing Together We Do Zeus the Baddies right now. She is also covering House of Dragons as well. And is there anything else you're doing right now?
What did you call it? Family Empire on Computer Review channel on Saturdays. I'm sorry.
Okay. And of course, tomorrow I'll be back tomorrow night with 3 episodes of Royal Rules of Ohio. Okay, man, I love this show. It should be going off soon. But we got a lot of shit to talk about, y'all. I really do need to do a variety show because we got a lot of shit going on. I'm trying to get it popping on TikTok. So make sure y'all follow me on TikTok as well. I'm trying to get my numbers up over there. I've been trying to do my thing. Y'all been trying to do my thing. But thank you, everybody, for watching. Thanks for coming through. Thanks for watching. Me and Dina is out this nasty.